In this video, we're going to be opening up and building some of the coolest and most unique things I've seen, and honestly, this is probably the most fun I've had with a toy in a very long time. Hey everyone! So I've got right here probably one of the most unique and original things that I've seen in a really long time, and I'm so incredibly excited to just, I don't know, mess with this and see what these are all about. So I've got right here brick building, remote controlled, animated eyes, interchangeable model robots from Sirdork. And if you've never heard of Sirdork before, then man, there's a whole lot to discover from Sirdork. Like if you even take like 1 second onto their website, which is linked in the description by the way, you'll discover so much cool stuff that these guys have. And honestly, these guys are one of the coolest things they've got. One of the things I'm most excited about is being able to build something, remote control it, drive it around, and have these incredibly adorable animated eyes. So honestly, if you're someone that likes brick building, Lego, this is the thing for you, especially if you actually just enjoy the process of building it. Because once you build one of these, you can take it apart and build a different version of it with the same pieces, which is, I don't know, like wildly inventive. And this guy looks like Wall-E, so I'm all about that. Who doesn't love Wall-E? So starting off with number one, we've got Wall Robot over here, which I'm just gonna call him Wall-E. What do you say? He's adorable, obviously Wall-E, and he's got like a T-Rex kind of form as well as a Indy race car tank almost looking, so that's pretty cool. I'm honestly probably just gonna go with the Wall-E form for now. And this Ranger X over here, this is the first one. We've got this little guy with his cute little guitar. Look at him playing. He looks amazing. And then we've got these other cool little forms here. This kind of looks like a bulldozer kind of battle bot looking thing, right? Next, we've got the other Ranger X, which I love this guy so much. He's a little snail tank, just doing his best. You know, he's wonderful and I love him so much. And he's got these other two cool little forms as well, which look fantastic. Model A, B, and C. And so that's so cool. You can, I don't know, just the fact that it's got all that in one is honestly really awesome. Like I said, head over to the link in the description, check these guys out and all the really cool stuff Sirdork has. And of course, a huge thank you to Sirdork for sending these guys over and sponsoring this video. Let's go and build these guys. So what kind of builder are you with these? Are you somebody that dumps them all out, puts everything in one pile and goes for it? Do you keep them in individual piles from where the bags came from? Or do you take each and every single piece and organize it exactly by the piece? I feel like that's probably the better way to do it, but I don't think I have the patience for that. So I just keep them in the piles from the boxes they came. And that's, I feel like, a pretty good way to do it. But if you are someone who organizes them, you are a much stronger and better person than I am. And I envy you, I really do. Okay, and this guy's done. This boy is all finished and he looks beautiful, stickers and all. It probably took me about 2 hours or so to put them together, which, you know, is certainly pretty simple and easy to follow and enjoyable to put together for sure. And I think 2 hours is a good time. Any longer than that and I would be feeling like pretty ready for it to be done. But no, I think it was perfect. The instructions were great. It came with, there's still a bunch of extra pieces here, which I'm assuming is mostly for if I decide to go and put together one of the other options that he has. So I think that's what that stuff is for. But I've got the little remote thing, which I have put batteries into, and I want to turn them on. So let's turn them on. Okay, and here he goes. He should be all charged up and everything. He sounds like BB-8. he looks amazing. He's adorable. Oh! He really works. Okay, he looks a little disoriented when I'm moving him around a little bit. But I think he's amazing and a ton of fun. And I have to see how he reacts with my cats. This guy is an absolute freaking blast. What a cool thing. What a cool thing this is. All right, I'm going to go and put together the other two and check those guys out now. And here we go. We've got all three guys done and ready to go. It took me a little bit. This guy ended up being a lot harder to put together than I thought, but it was still a blast, and I really can't get over how adorable these guys are. They really did a fantastic, like, the animated eyes are obviously, I think, the best part about these guys. They bring so much personality, but each one of them, there was so much thought put into the presentation of each one of these eyes. Like this guy, he looks a little bit like Wall-E, so there's already some inspiration there. But the way the snail's eyes are, which are a little bit articulated, by the way, like I can make him go if I wanted to. But the presentation of the eyes, and this guy, how he's got this little visor and even a little pair of headphones, which I didn't realize at first. They really add so much personality and make you fall in love with these guys right away. So the execution with the eyes is huge. It's huge. And if you can tell right now, they're not making any noise. Like before, when I was trying to have Wall-E on, he was just kept interrupting me with his adorable beeps and boops. But I have noticed and learned on the bottom here, there's a little button that turns the sound on and off. So now he's gonna keep interrupting me as I try to talk. But if you want to turn it off, push that little button right there. Sorry, buddy. You can talk more later, I promise. So the robots themselves don't come with any batteries. They don't need any batteries. You just kind of plug it on in and charge him. I charged him in the same place I charge all of my camera equipment. And they actually came already with a decent charge. I haven't charged these two at all. They were already charged. So that's pretty great. I did charge Wall-E a little bit. So hopefully these guys, they don't turn off anytime soon. So this is Rock Roller. I was not expecting to love him as much as I do. He's got a little guitar here. He's got a couple of fists that do move around. So he's ready to rock and roll. And honestly, the shape of his head and those little eyes in there with the visor, there's just makes me fall in love with him. His little headphones, I don't know. He's just wonderful and adorable and amazing. And like I said, I was not expecting to love him quite as much as I do. He was harder to put together though. He was tough. And the winner of the night for me is Snizer. What a great name. Snizer is a little snail tank looking guy, and I love him so much. He's got these little thingies in the front he's feeling around with, and you can move his eyes around. It looks a little derpy like that, but he's still a happy guy. Well, honestly, I can only imagine how much of a great time I would have if I were to buy these guys for like my nephew or my niece or my kid, putting them together, and you know, rolling these guys around would just be such a blast, like such a huge blast. So these things really are freaking cool. So the remotes to control these guys. Shush. Do take 2 AA batteries, but hey, if you're not feeling like getting some batteries, who uses batteries anymore? You don't have to, because you could just download and control him via an app. There's a little QR code over on the side here. Pull that on up. So in the app, you choose which base you've got here. And so this is the base that these guys are made out of. And you've got all these options to control him or to drive with him or path mode program. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do with this thing. But with the control mode, you just straight up got the controller here. Just like that. Woo! The driving mode is actually kind of crazy. So if I go back, I can go forward and turn it. Whoa, that's so cool. Reminds me of like using the Mario Kart Wii thing, which actually, whoa. So the path mode is actually kind of crazy. And let's pray he doesn't drive off the counter here. If I draw like a little, I don't know, like that, he should in theory go and drive in that little formation and hit play. And there we go. It's pretty cool, right? And then the program mode, I can choose from all these different options of what I want him to do. Like I can start out with, you know, the flag, and then I want him to go forward and then backwards, and then that's it. And then if I hit play, it'll work. And hopefully he doesn't, if he starts driving off, I'm gonna catch him. Oh, okay, great, he did it. So let me try it again. Whew. Cool. Whew, man, my heart jumped like he was gonna drive right off for a second. Okay, well, this is still technically a shooting and reviewing video, right? So I'm gonna go outside and just take a really quick photo of this guy. I've got a kind of fun idea, which hopefully will look kind of cool. So yeah, let's go, buddy. Come on. I think I can honestly say I had a lot more fun making this video than I even do with my normal videos. These guys are really just a huge blast. So make sure to head to the link I've got in the description for the Sirdork website, and I've also just got some Amazon links as well for these products. So definitely make sure to head down there and check those guys out. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.